Cause none of my niggas average. Hop in that whip and we smash it. Fuck it, they just gotta cash me. Cause none of my niggas average. Hop in that whip and we smash it. Fuck it, they just gotta cash me. We bout that action, cause none of my niggas average. Hop in that whip and we smash it. Fuck it, they just gotta cash me. Hey, what it do, guys? It's your boy J28. We back again with another episode for the Not The Average podcast. Hey, look, today I'm giving you guys a Q&A. I posted on the social medias. Well, we posted on the social medias, and we basically wanted to know what some things that you guys wanted to know about the Nothing Average podcast. So that's what we're gonna do today. Today's just gonna be a chill day, easy vibe. We sipping on this nice protein shake and some water today, so that's good, man. Make sure y'all stay healthy out there. Summer coming up, you know them summer bodies are made in the winter, man. So hit the gym, get to it, man. Y'all just have a beautiful day today. So look, the first question that came through was, how did the podcast actually come about? How did Nothing Average come about? So first off, I woke up one day and I was just thinking, like, everybody has podcasts. They talk about things. They make these videos, but I felt like nowadays people just do it for the content. They just do it for the quality. Put their face out there and do something. But nah, man, it was the how do I want to say it? The substance of it. It just wasn't really hitting on how. But you know, I know some of my friends that got great podcasts who actually talk about great things. But I don't know, man. It was just something about it. So I just woke up one day and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, let's start a podcast. And you know, this is how it came about. Now, how Nothing Average came about, if y'all hear the intro song, that's actually a song off my album called Not Average. And that's kind of how I thought going forward with this podcast. You know, I don't like talking about average things. I like to have intellectual conversations. I like to bring up real topics, things that people actually want to know. I don't want to just touch the surface when it comes to this podcast. So that's kind of how that happened. So Nothing Average. We want to talk about Nothing Average. We want to do average things. We're not average people. So yeah, that's that. So let me see. Next question was, what makes us different from other podcasts? This one I didn't really have to put much thought to it. One thing's for sure, we're not the same. You know, we prefer to choose quality over quantity. It's not about how many people we can get up here. It's not about how many people are gonna pay to sit down and talk about what they got going on. I don't even care about the money, honestly. It's not about you paying to come up here. We want to talk to you about what you have going on. We want to help give you that platform to talk about things that other people don't really want to talk about. They want to censor. They want to give you, the little bang for your bucks. Nah, like I want to expound upon that. I like to go deeper into the conversations, and especially people that have businesses, people that artists, they don't really get to talk about certain things because they feel like certain platforms don't really look at those things. So that's what I like to do. And this is coming from an artist standpoint. I know, you know, it's so many places that you can go, so many podcasts you can go talk to, but not all of them are ready. Some of them are just, okay, yeah, we want to do this, we're going to do this, but like I said, it's that quality over quantity aspect. What is the quality like? Are you giving these people and these artists the actual things that are going to help them progress in their career, you know, and whatever they're trying to do. So I feel like that's what makes us different. So this was a little personal question for me, and the question was, what is your love language? So I am very affectionate. I am a physical touch type of person. My person has to be next to me. Um, I am an acts of service person. I like to give gifts. I like to do for my significant other. I like to um, take care of them. Basically, I'm just an all around person. I'm not gonna say like every love language is my love language, but uh, that's just me. Like I like to buy my person stuff. I like to take them out, do nice things for them. Make them feel special. And when I'm really locked in with somebody, and I know like you got me, like I got you. The world is yours. You feel me? Like there's no limits to it. So moving on from that, I don't want to go too deep in that. Um, what's the best compliment you received? Mm, the best compliment I received was probably from my mother, and it's very generic, but it meant a lot. And she basically just told me she was proud of me. It's one thing coming from somebody on the outside who don't really know you as a person, but my mother, she knows me like the back of her hand. So it really hits just a little bit different, especially like even coming from my grandmother. Like me and my grandmother are so close. But it just hits a little different when the person that raised you can come to you and whenever they're in need, or if they need something and I can help and I can put them in better positions and help them with their aspirations and stuff like that. Like that, it feels good to me, man. So the best compliment came from her. Basically, just her saying she proud of me. Um, so question 5: am I an introvert or extrovert? Definitely an introvert. No question. I'm not even about to bring all the other aspects into it, but I'm definitely an introvert. I don't go to clubs. I don't go out as often. If I do go out, 9 times out of 10, I'm going out for business or I'm going out for some reason. There's some reason why I'm there. Yeah, I'm not just going there to spend money and do. Nah, that's just not me. I don't want to go out and hang out with just random people. Am I a people person? Absolutely. I can talk to you. I can have conversations with you. I can be around certain people, but the people that I want to be around are uh people that's like minded, people that's like me, that want to grow, that want to see different things out of their life. Um, yeah, so I'm definitely for sure introverted. I'm in the crib most of the time, as you can see right now. This this podcast is just a chill day for me. I'm sitting in my abode right now, and that's just that. Yeah. What is your biggest pet peeve? Ooh, my biggest pet peeve comes from people that say things they don't really mean, or people that try to highlight themselves as something that they know they aren't. If you're telling me that you do something, and whether you own a business, you own a podcast, if you own uh hair salons or whatever, and you're like, oh, I'm the best, I was doing this, I could do that, and then it's like you have really nothing to show for it, and you're not putting that foot forward to take that step and go out there and do it and grind and hustle and put, like, it irks me, because so many people can say that they do something. That's 90%, 98% of the world can say, oh, I do this and I do this, I'm a rapper, I'm an artist, I'm this, that, and the third. Okay, where's your content? Where did you take the steps to learning about your craft? Did you take the steps of doing X, Y, and Z to call yourself an artist? Did you take these steps to call yourself a business owner? Did you take, like, that's just my thing. Anybody can say that they are something, but there's a select few that actually get up and go do it. So, what's my zodiac sign? I probably should have answered that as an introvert, but I am an Aquarius. I was born January 28th. Um, yeah, I don't really know much. I don't really get into zodiacs and all that stuff, and I see a lot of videos about people posting about zodiacs and this, that, and the third. I don't really get into all that because this is not my lane. I am who I am, and I know who I am, and I personally feel like I don't need a zodiac or some kind of explanation to why I am the way I am. So, uh, if you look at episode one of Nothing Average, I personally feel like they're just excuses for why people act the way they act, or you know, personal opinion. Don't get mad at me, just personal opinion. Um, so moving on. What's one challenge in doing Nothing Average? Um, Most of the time I do shoot alone. I do all of the content. I from start to finish. I do the audio. I do the camera work. I do the editing, mixing and mastering, all that stuff. Like I, some days I do it alone. Sometimes I can have people behind the camera. Some people help me. But I think so far the most challenging part of it is the personalities, having multiple people on the show at once, with it just being, me most of the time. Sometimes, like I said, I could have the team with me, but most of the time it's just me. So it's easy to do it like how I'm doing it in this current state, where it's just, like I said, it's just me, and I can wake up and I can go edit the podcast, do everything on my own. But it's a little bit harder when it's so many people trying to, talk, get their point across, things like that. But you just got to know how to control the room. And um, I've pretty much done my homework about certain things, dealing with certain people, being in certain situations. I'm very prepped and prepared for it. So that's why uh, you'll see the content is being pushed out a lot faster, because I've done my homework. I've done video editing. I've done the audio engineering. I am an artist, so I'm used to being in front of the camera. I know how to talk. I'm very intellectual when it comes to certain conversations. So uh, I feel like I just kind of covered the board with this, and that's just how it came about, And the last question was, what is the best advice you can give someone? Follow your aspirations. Everybody says that. Everybody can just wake up one day and do it. My advice would be act on it. Do what you say you're gonna do. Be yourself. Be the person that you are. Don't allow cultures. Don't allow trends. Don't allow outside people to tell you who you are as a person and what you should do. Do your homework and surround yourself with like-minded people. Surround yourself with people that want to be better and pursuing to be better. You are the company that you keep. And if you are around certain people all the time, you're going to become those people, because it's the environment that you are in. And that's with anybody in life. Whether you grew up in that, I moved away from home about 4 years ago. I moved away, and not away from like my mother's house, but I've been independent since I was about 17. But I moved away from my city to another city, and I think that was probably one of the best decisions that I made, not only in my career but just for me as a person, because it gave me the opportunity to isolate myself. It gave me the opportunity to really focus in on the things that made me who I am, and I could hone in on those skills and move forward as a person, and know what I'm actually trying to pursue, what I'm trying to do, and it just allowed me to grow as a person. So that was a blessing in itself. Um, but yeah, man, like I said, to anybody out there, man, if y'all want a platform where you can come and you could talk about whatever you choose, you want a place that you could promote, you want a place that you could be free and be yourself, come to Not the Average Podcast, man. We got you. We're gonna take care of you, and we're gonna make sure that we push your brand just as much as we're gonna push ours, man. So that's it, man. Thank you for all the questions that y'all sent in. Um, yeah, and until next time, man, we got more videos dropping. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow us on Instagram at Nothing Average Podcast. Same thing on YouTube, Nothing Average Podcast. Yeah, man, and I'll see you guys next time.